Hello, I'm Isaiah Elson, and this is my Transcendentalism project. What I did was I interviewed people both online and in real life about their opinions about life and death. Now, there's many different opinions and answers to these questions. And it's difficult because there's no wrong answer. And I may have not exactly asked the right question. It was more just like a direct, it's just like, what does life mean to you, and what does death mean to you? And I could have explained more with the question, but this is my first time doing it, so it was just kind of just a straightforward question with people just giving straightforward answers. So, and it was very interesting seeing what people had to say about life and death. And me personally, I'll give my opinion at the end of this. So, nonetheless, let's get on with the interviews. Working on this project of Transcendentalism, what has life become to you?
It's gone from happy to sad. You should go outside and check out nature. Because nature brings happiness.
I think that's a real question. I think it's a beginning to a book. It's like beginning to a story. It's just the beginning for everything. Like, with my religion and everything, I believe that there's more to life after life. If that makes sense.
Okay, so what I think about life is thinking about having fun with your friends and family and living it to the fullest and experience everything while you can before it's over.
What does it mean to me? Life is the period between birth and death. It's the short little snippet that I get, and after that, it's not cool.
Really?
Yeah. That's it.
That's it?
Game over, man.
It's game over.
It's kind of pointless. I mean, we're all gonna go through it. You might as well enjoy it, but like, you're gonna die in the end. So, what's the point? I don't know.
I think that life is very important. Like, I think that everybody deserves the opportunity to have a life and to, like, maybe if they've done something wrong, they get a chance to like right themselves, sort of thing. Like, I don't think that anybody deserves to have it taken away from them for a mistake or something like that. I feel like it's entitled somehow. I think. Maybe. What does it mean to me? It means a lot. Like, I know I joke about it, like saying, oh yeah, I don't really want to live, or like something like that, but I'm joking, you know? I do really like living. I think it's nice. I think it's nice. Like, I love going outside and just looking around me at like everything, like the world, like the sky, and going, wow, I'm really living, man. Like, you know, it's crazy. Yeah, actually, I asked my Google Assistant what life was, and it led back to 42. So, you know, that was helpful somewhat. 42. 42. No matter how much I'll like make those jokes. Like, no matter how many times I say, oh, I feel really dead, like dead inside or whatever, like I want to die, I actually don't. Like, no matter how much I might think it, I know that I don't think really, because I love living. And oh, the other thing, like dreams, like in lives, dreams are important to me. I have a lot of dreams. Some of them are like within my grasp, and then others are like almost impossible. But you have to set high expectations for yourself, or you won't have anything to work towards in life.
To me, life has a lot of value in it, and personally, I feel like it shouldn't be wasted. And whenever I hear about like deaths on the news and stuff, like the most recent one, it kind of puts me in that perspective of what am I doing with my life and what am I doing with my time? Am I making the most of it? Because one day I may not have that. And hearing about all these tragedies being affected around the world, I'm getting scared that one day it could be me or someone I know. And it's quite a frightening thought, I guess. Because I know that one day I'm not going to have this time, and I don't know what's in the afterlife, if there even is one or anything like that, but I get more and more scared at the thought of what there could or couldn't be at the end of everything. I feel like life has so much purpose and value in it, and it's just treated so horribly by some people, as if it has nothing, at least to them. But some people can spend their lives doing horrible things to their bodies and treating it like that they don't realize it's their only one until it's too late. And it's just hard kind of comprehending that idea of one day I'll be just dust. Like nothing I had on this earth meant anything to anyone. One day no one will ever even remember me. And I really want to leave a legacy on this world. Just to know like that some people may be thinking about me, but it's kind of scary because that may not be a possibility.
So you're just trying to do what you...
Yeah, I guess so.
Just trying to do what you can to leave an impression on what so little life we have on this earth.
That's why whenever I have the options and choices to be my best self or help others, I'll take that chance, because I'm just frightened that maybe if I don't, I'll regret it. And I'd rather leave this earth being known as a good person, or being known that I had some effect on other people, rather than going and not being really cared about. But at that point, what really matters if I'm not even alive, so it doesn't really matter in the end. So what's the point of having ideals and any actual standards if in the end nothing's really gonna matter? Why bother fighting for something that you'll just lose in a few years or so? So what's the point,
So life to me is like, I don't know, that's something I've really thought about a lot. And there's this one quote by Alan Watts. It's like, it goes something like, the meaning of life is to be alive. And he goes into detail like it's just simple and obvious, which is true. It's like you just have to live in the moment and cherish what you have and how you're living your life. And if you don't like how you're living your life, then just live your life how you envision yourself and how you want to be living your life. That's what life means to me.
This kid that I'm about to interview, he has what is known as cerebral palsy. And what that is essentially, it affects, well, it can affect many different things, but in this one specific case, his name is Jack. He has it where, his brain is perfectly fine, but his motor skills, they aren't there. his brain's moving at a normal pace, but his body is slow. So he's a wonderful kid. I've talked to him. He said I can even put like captions and stuff for him. And I'll try my best. So do not make fun of him. He is a wonderful dude. And yeah. So let's get on to the interview.
I think that life is like precious. It's sacred. It should be taken away from you and initiated. What else? I think the meaning of life is subjective. It's all about it's all about the person's personal preference. Yeah, so kinda. While you're alive, you might want to accomplish and strive for many things. And just like the quote, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. So like we develop over time and at one point we achieve our goals and then we set other goals and this scenario keeps going on and on until we die.
What do you think about death?
What I think about death? I don't think I'm going to be prepared for it. I think it's going to come when I least expect it.
Really?
I think I'm going to bet around 75% of people die when they don't see it coming. I'm going to bet that there's going to be one oh but moment, and then it's going to be forever. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it.
You looking forward to death?
Alright, next. It's easy. I was born, I'm gonna live my life, I'm gonna try to live my life to the best. There's gonna be one oh crap moment, then I won't be alive anymore.
Well, I mean, there might be some moments.
Well, yeah, maybe, hopefully, I'll grow old and I'll know that's coming up. Be like, oh, alright, I'm gonna die in like 2 months or something like that. Hopefully. But most likely, it's just gonna be one oh but.
Personally, the idea of death is, I guess, a frightening thought, because losing as many people as I have in my lifetime and seeing them all just go and thinking that life could just go on without them, like one day you have them, the next day you don't, and knowing that even when you're dead, life will still progress, and to a point where everyone that you once knew will already grow up and you are only just a part of their lives, that they're just memories now. And I guess death means not as much as life, but I feel like it's almost like an escape from like what this world can be and how cruel and toxic it can be, and overall, as I said, life is very valuable, so knowing that it could all be vanished and erased in just a single moment or day, everything you ever lived and stood by is now pointless and meaningless, because now you're not here to stand for that anymore. You can't really be, I don't know, like, can't put that much effort if you know that in the end it's gonna lead up to nothing. Living through the life I have, I don't really care if I'm remembered as a famous person or as someone who has this great value, because to me, that's not really what matters. But if I die knowing that I helped people when I could and I did my best, at least my best to me, that would be enough.
Means to me as like sadness. Like I don't like it at all. I'm very scared of it. It takes away a lot of great people in your life, and yeah, no, I'd rather live for the rest of my life.
That's such a part of life. And sometimes it can be very hard and difficult for family members or loved ones that the person who just passed it on had. And it can be like really, it can be bitter, but like as time goes on, we try to get through the struggles of being departed from the person. As time moves on, we try to get past all the grief and all the negative emotions we feel, and we try to just move on with our life. Death is part of the life cycle. You had a good life. It was kind of long, and then you lay to rest from all your burdens and all of your duties. What death means to me is like it's the new status quo. If you know what I mean by that. It's the new status quo. It's like the end of a life journey, and like it's the end. It is the end and resolution of a long journey, and like it's just the end. I mean, it happens to everybody. So yeah,
I think death is it's the end, but it's also kind of like beginning, like looking back to my religion again. This is just such a small part of our lives. This 80 or so years that we're here, and we have an eternity afterwards. So it's not. I don't think of it as an end. I just think of it as the next step. Yeah. Just try and live life to its fullest while you're here, and then yeah, just live life to its fullest.
Death to me just means, even if there is some sort of afterlife, which is like religion and so a lot of stuff I'm not going to get into, but to me it's just scary because it's just the fear of the unknown, which is a natural thing that us humans have, because we don't know what there is after death, and we will never know, because death is theoretically just a state of non-existence, and we won't be able to reflect on the fact that we were right or wrong, or like whatever we thought about death. And it's, for a lot of people, it's like life's one true certainty. Like, you know it's gonna happen, but it may never happen. And if it does happen, you don't know that it happened, because again, theoretically it's just a state of non-existence. So when we die, we won't know that we knew that we died. That doesn't really make sense, but it's death really isn't that certain, and that's why people are afraid of the unknown, because we don't know what it truly is, and we will never know.
I think it's something sad, but like also interesting because we don't know what happens once you die. So, I mean, we know what happens to the body, but what happens to the soul? And I think that's something that'd be a lot of fun to explore and figure out. Because, you know, a lot of older religions, like the Egyptians, for example, they all have different takes on what life is after death, and it's just an interesting concept that should be explored. Explored. I said explored. I meant explored. Okay.
I'm like scared of dying.
Yeah.
I think it's partly due to my anxiety. Like, you know, I'm just anxious. Like, dude, what would happen if I died? Like, you know, like, I think what would happen if I died? Like, what would happen to the people around me? What would happen to the world? Like, to me, like death. Hang on, I'm gonna start again. To me, death is like the end of everything for me, because life, like, that's all you have, and then once you're dead, it's like everything's gone. You have nothing left. And the same thing for people around you. Like, once you're gone, they don't have you anymore. They only have like what you left behind, or like memories of you that they have. And that's kind of scary, because like if you suddenly like died, like, this is something I think about a lot actually. Like, if I suddenly died right now without accomplishing everything that I wanted, I would be really, really disappointed. And I mean, all people will see is the potential that you had all thrown away because you're gone. And that's kind of sad to me, really. Like, if I suddenly like died right now while I'm trying to achieve everything that I really want, if I suddenly just left, it would all have been for nothing. And then that's all that would be left, is like the work that I started but never finished. And it's like scary. Really scary to me. Well, I don't know if religion really matters or anything. Like, I'm not overly religious, and I know that people that are, they'd be like, death isn't the end. Death is like, you know, it's like the beginning, like, because there's a life afterwards. But like, as much as I want to believe that, like, I want to make the most of what time I have here. Even if that does happen, like, I want to make the most of my time. If that makes sense. I think. It's like, I don't know. I don't want to get to the end of my life and just be like, oh, there is more? Like, you know? I don't want to get to that and just be like, oh, so I have, like, eternity now. Yeah. What do I do? Oh, back to about, like, people. Like, I don't know if I've made enough of a lasting impression on people that I know right now. So if I, like, drop dead, like, I'm scared that I won't have left much of an impact on people. And that's kind of sad to think about. But that's why I hope that I have the rest of my life ahead of me, because then I can actually make that impact and, you know, like, leave people with memories of me that I would want them to remember, rather than a negative image of my character. I'd rather that. I would be really sad if I'd be really sad if I died and I didn't get to achieve the dreams that I've had. Like, as I said before, like, I have dreams, and I'd be really upset if if I didn't get to pursue them, and if, you know, like I didn't get the chance to or the opportunity to pursue a dream. And death, bro. Like, it's such a crazy thought to think that one day I won't be here anymore. It's insane. Like, yeah. It's really hard to comprehend, and I don't think anyone can. It's like, it would hurt my brain if I tried to think about it. You know? Yeah.
That's what everyone's saying. Just like, it's this thing that we don't even know about. And because
We don't truly know.
We don't know because no one's died and come back to live it until it's
Well, some people have, but it's like,
it's not.
Do you believe them?
It's not.
Or
It's not. Really.
you don't know because you haven't had it yourself, and the person you trust, like the opinion or the view that you trust the most is like tends to be your own.
Yeah.
So if you have your own eyes and you see something with your own eyes, you'll trust that over anybody else, regardless of like where you are in life. Just like take a look at what you have or what you are striving to achieve or to get one day in life, and just think about it. Like, you know, should like take opportunities now. Like if they come your way, just take them, because you don't know if you're gonna be here tomorrow or you know, a few years down the line. You don't know. You don't know. I think that's an important life lesson, and I think I'm gonna start living by it too, so that I can make the most of my time while I'm here. Yeah.
It's a good thing to live life to the fullest, because you never know when the day comes when you're gonna croak.
Kick the bucket.
It's scary.
How so?
We don't really know what's on the side. So make the most of where you got now.
We as humans get to do a lot of fun stuff. From enjoying nature, from doing the things we enjoy, from a lot of different things in which we need to do them before we're dead. We have so little time left on this earth. It may seem like it's a long time, but time moves very fast. And it especially moves fast when we're having fun. So sometimes we just need to slow things down, and we need to enjoy nature while we have it. Because every single day, we are destroying nature. Even though it's hard to believe that, but it's true. So with what little time we have on Earth, we need to enjoy it. I'd like to thank all my friends that helped me with my project. And it's very interesting to see that people have similar ideas and similar opinions, and that's perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay to have the same opinion as someone else. We don't need to be different. Or, you know, sometimes we try to be different, and it's perfectly fine with that as well. It's just all very interesting that we all have the same ideas about life and death. You know, we enjoy life while we have it, and death, we fear it. We fear it every single day, and we try to do everything we can before we die. So all we need to do is take it a day at a time and just enjoy it while we're still living.